Do you know what's worse than taking forever on some detailed piece of artwork? It's finding out that you could have done it in a fraction of the time and had more fun in the process. These methods that I'm talking about, I've tried them and they work, and I make better art with these methods. So I'm having fun and I'm making better art. It's awesome. Bob Ross once said, if you're not having fun, you're done. Not really, I just made that up. But it's true though, if you're not having fun, you're going to give up. So make sure that you are pushing yourself to try different methods that can speed up the process and give you more joy in the process of creating things. If you plan on making art for the long run, then you gotta have fun in the process. Remember to sign Pencil Shark.
Sign?
Yeah, don't use your name, so they think I drew it, okay?
Okay. I'll try my best.
I'm Pencil Shark, and welcome to the Pencil Shark Podcast. Today we're going to be looking at 3 ways to speed up the process of creating and have more fun creating better work. Tip number 1, turn your reference photo sideways and blur it. If you do this, when you start to do your initial sketch, you'll be able to focus on the shapes and the contrast, and you won't get lost in the details. I'm someone who can quickly get too detailed oriented right away. That's not good, but this method stops you from doing that. Number 2, this is very similar. Instead of turning your painting sideways, you're gonna turn your painting upside down. I'm gonna turn your world upside down. This will allow you to focus on the colors and the textures, and also not to get lost in the details too quickly. And it also just kind of turns off that part of your brain that can get really tense because you gotta get everything right. When it's upside down, you don't have anything to compare what you're drawing to what it's supposed to be because you don't store things upside down in your mind. So you're free to just really observe and draw what you're observing. Whereas when you're drawing it the right side up, you can constantly be saying, well, I don't remember a longhorn having that angle and having that shape. When it's upside down, your brain just goes like, all right, I don't really have to think about that because I don't have anything to compare it to. Number 3 is get yourself some charcoal powder. This will speed up the process. When you're doing detailed work, there's these large areas that just make us kind of cringe because we know that to get that area covered with just a pencil can take forever. But with charcoal powder, you can put it on with a brush, or I really like using a smudger. You can just dip it in here and then smudge it onto the paper. Man, it will cut your time in half, and you can cover large spaces very quickly with this charcoal powder. I remember Bob Ross saying that he was so mad when he found out that there was this wet on wet technique because he used to do oil painting and do these details that would take him 2 or 3 weeks, and he was seeing this guy do it in less than 30 minutes. But then when he learned the technique and put it into practice, it brought him so much joy, and there you go. The show is called The Joy of Painting. He passes that joy on to others.
Let's have some fun. Maybe there's a bigger evergreen, and he lives right there. There he is.
If you plan on making art for the long run, then you gotta have fun in the process. Drop a comment. I read every comment. Tell me how it worked for you. And I believe these tips will cause you to have some fun. Thank you so much. See you in the next episode. Can you make it look really realistic for me this time, Hanny?
Mm-hmm.
I want people to have a really hard time guessing which one's the drawing.